By being out in the open, so close to the city walls, Jesus was an easy target for the Jewish authorities, who had decided that he needed to be arrested. But how would they have known where to find him? The Gospels say it was one of those closest to Jesus who betrayed him.
The Gospel suggests that the way in which the chief priests got rid of Jesus was through one of his 12 apostles, a man called Judas Iscariot.
In the film, Judas is played by Ian McShane.
This is your hour, Judas. The hour of shadows.
There seems to be no doubt that Jesus was betrayed by one of his followers, Judas Iscariot. The reason there's no doubt is because it's attested in all of our sources consistently, and because it's not the kind of story that Christian storytellers would have wanted to make up. Because this shows that one of Jesus' own turned him in.
Oh, Master. You betray your master with a kiss.
My sense is that we don't have historical evidence about how Judas really betrayed Jesus, but that the kiss was put into the story as a way of portraying the irony of one of Jesus' closest disciples being the one who turns him in.
That is the man. Arrest him.
Judas! You traitor!
No!
You betrayed him!
Traditionally, Judas has been considered the villain of the story, but his motivation for betraying Jesus has always been ambiguous.
Possibly it was greed. There's a suggestion in the Gospels that he does it for money, but the actual sum was very small, 30 pieces of silver. It might have kept him going for a month or so, but not for very long.
So what other reasons could Judas have had?
There have been numerous theories over the years. Jesus wasn't doing anything to foment a rebellion, and so Judas decided that he would force his hand. By having Jesus arrested, Jesus would be more or less forced to call out for help, and the crowds would gather and they'd foment a rebellion, and it would start into mob violence against the Romans in Jerusalem. So it was to force Jesus' hand. That's one theory.
This is supported by an idea that Judas may have been a zealot.
Zealot means enthusiast. We could translate it as fundamentalist, terrorist, or freedom fighter. It depends on which side of the fence you're on. The Zealots were a group of people fighting for Jewish freedom, but they were enemies of the Roman state.
Additionally, the second part of Judas's name, Iscariot, may derive from the Latin word sicarius.
The sicarii means assassin. If you were a freedom fighter, you would say, hooray, these are heroes, these are martyrs of the state. If you were on the other side of it, it's a Latin word, it means terrorist.
If Judas was a zealot, then it's possible he wanted to use Jesus in his quest to free Judea from Roman rule. Perhaps most intriguing is the idea that Jesus actually wanted a confrontation with the Jewish authorities, and that Judas was helping him.
Perhaps Judas was in league with Jesus, and that Judas was doing it because Jesus even wanted this to happen, a sort of a showdown between him and the high priest, and perhaps he expected that something was going to happen at that point.
Jesus! No, Peter!
Get away, you scum!
Arrest them all!
It was me you sought. You have found me. Let them go.
Take him away!
Take him away! Take him away!
Take him to the
Peter, do something!
Whatever motivated Judas, Jesus was headed for a direct confrontation with the Jewish authorities.